Would you look at that? So who in the world just tears their four-wheeler apart just to make sure everything's working properly? This guy. I just don't want to blow this bitch up again. So I pulled her apart. I don't know, it took an hour. Dug down deep into the motor, making sure the cylinder's good. Everything seems to be functioning properly. I have a rattle, but I can't figure out where it's coming from. And it sounded like it was internal in the motor, but it could possibly be like something loose on the outside. But I just wanted to make sure there was nothing major going wrong in the motor. Make sure there's not a bunch of fucking starter clutch bolts bouncing around in there. But so far so good. For some reason, when I go to shift into the first gear and the reverse, I have a problem with it doesn't always want to go in. And I feel like, but I can't be 100% sure, that there's another starter clutch bolt back in here interfering with the shift fork going down. So I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time, so it's not something that I can really do anything about except for just keep draining the oil and hoping it comes out without splitting the case. I may or may not, over the winter time, tear this completely apart, split the case, because like right now, I mean, I've got it torn apart, and I could go the extra step and split the case and make sure everything's good inside, check the trans, make sure everything's good. If there's any worn gears or whatever, replace them at that point in time, and just ride the snowmobiles. So I just wanted to do a quick update video. I mean, we're only 2 minutes into this video. Holy shit. Yeah, but I got her all torn down. I'm actually in the process of putting her back together right now. I just pulled the cylinder off and checked underneath, so that's not even attached right now. So we're going to torque that down and then go from there. I do have an issue right now, but it's just a stupid little issue. The radiator cap's messed up. So this isn't sealing like it should. I can't really do that one-handed. So there's a problem with the fact that this spring is sprung. Of course, this thing's probably been around since the four-wheeler was new. So I got a new one coming. And then also you can see that tear right there in the old gasket on the top. Well, the old problem with that is the spring being bad, it's releasing coolant. But then that tear being right there, it's shooting out hot ass coolant, and it's coming up in my face as I'm riding, so that's no bueno. So I might like put some Yama Bond in there just to kind of seal it up. The new cap will be here in a couple days, so not too worried about it. Once the new cap gets here, hopefully I don't keep spewing coolant out the overflow. Somebody had suggested, multiple people suggested that my head gasket was blown, and that's why I was shooting coolant out the reservoir. But I mean, logically, yes, that could be true, but it's not. So I came through, double checked it. Head gasket's good, just like I said it was. I just wanted to double check, make sure. I wanted to make sure that my bore wasn't all screwed up from it running with no oil. And it actually looks perfect. I would have thought it'd be scarred up just a little bit, but everything down in there is bueno. Turn it up a little bit. I got a little bit of nasties in there, but I'll wipe that down, put her back together. It should be good to go. Everything looks perfect in here. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting something to be messed up, something to be floating around in there, but there's not. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. And then what I did here, because I kept breaking keyways, is I cleaned this up real good with some grinding compound. I messed up and I ground the magneto down too much, so it wound up seating down too hard, and it smashed the starter clutch in between this washer and whatever else. So the starter clutch gear was not moving freely. It was locked up. And that spun my nut off, and then it broke my keyway. So this last time what I had done is I cleaned this up real good, and then when I put the Loctite on here, the red stuff, I put a little dot of it right on here too. And actually, that helped hold it on so much better. But then it's not like it's a super bond. So if something were to happen, it would break loose. So, and then it would snap the keyway. But this way it's not just slipping and breaking the keyway. And it actually worked out pretty good. Very impressed with how it worked. So I'm going to probably do that again. Oil looked good. And we rebuilt the water pump. So water pump is good. I ordered a new one, but it was on international back order, so it would have taken like 3 months to get here, and I'm not waiting for that long. So we rebuilt the water pump, got the new thermostat in. Everything seems to be working perfect, except for that fucking radiator cap right there. So I'm not up for eating hot liquids. So we're going to replace that. Yeah. I think that's about all I got for you. She's a ripper. I was going to make a video, put her back together, and I might throw together a video tomorrow. Break out the GoPros. I'm supposed to go to a buddy's house and riding. Might throw together a clip. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Maybe I'll catch some video on my phone or something, or have somebody record some video on my phone. I don't know. Break out the GoPros, whatevs. So, I'm going to start putting this thing back together, because it right now is like, I don't know. I'm not sure what time it is. It's 8:22, so it's going to take me till about 10 o'clock to put this thing back together. Yes, about 10 o'clock. So I should have it back together, fired up, take her for a run. Everything should be good. Alright, until next time, stay classy.